Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another Townie makeover. It's definitely been a little while since I've done one, a couple months actually. Wow, what is this? Like 3 videos in 1 week? I'm a little proud of myself for getting these done, but I have no clue if I will be able to keep up this momentum going forward. I'm definitely gonna try. I am attempting to revive my schedule. Hopefully I should be able to have videos out, if not, multiple a week, then at least going back to the weekly videos. But now that I have multiple Let's Play series going on and also, extra videos like this one, I really do want to actually get to a schedule. I have so many ideas and I have so many videos I want to do. It really is just taking the time to sit and edit them that takes the longest. If I could just binge record a ton of videos all at once and then not have to edit them and just upload them as they are, then I definitely would do that. But of course, it does take a lot of time to edit these videos and I want to make sure that they're all perfect for you guys. Anyway though, but we are back with a makeover for the Munch family. Now, this is actually not the first time that I've done a makeover for them, or at least for Wolfgang and Lucas. I have made them over a couple times in the past, just on, personal save files. This will be my first time doing makeovers for Mila and Gunther though, so I was a little nervous, but also pretty excited to give that a try. So first of all, we are starting off with Wolfgang. I really like his vibes, and I just find it really fun to dress him up in all of the cool punk outfits. So because I've done a makeover for him in the past, my main goal for this one was just to kind of improve on the makeover I've already done for him. I didn't want to just make a complete carbon copy of, what I did before because my style has kind of changed as of recently. I think the last time I made him over was over a year ago at this point, so I definitely wanted to update him with my current CC style. The only thing that didn't change was I actually did use the same top that I used before. However, I used a different swatch of it just so it would still be a little bit different. But the leather jacket with the hoodie that I put on him was just too perfect. I couldn't pass it up. It was also a little difficult to find a hair that suited him without just using the exact same one that I used before. I cycled through a few of them a couple times, just looking for one that fit the vibe I was going for. And I did settle on one, but I do actually go back at the end after I've completely dressed him to cycle through those hairs one more time just to make sure that, this was still the one I wanted. I also went pretty hard on the piercings. I don't often get the chance to go really heavy with piercings and whatnot on my Sims. Every now and then I will get one, but usually if I ever do put piercings on my Sims, it's usually just one, a nose ring or an eyebrow ring, or that's it. Yeah, so Wolfgang's makeover is pretty straightforward, honestly. Like I said, I've already made him over in the past, so I really just already had a vision for what I wanted to do. The main point of his makeover was just to kind of improve on what I had already done before, which I think I accomplished. I really like the new style that I have, so I think that he turned out really good. I did also end up giving him a secondary outfit just because I really liked the Metallica shirt on him. So I ended up giving that to him as a secondary outfit with the ripped jeans as more of a casual punk look. I feel like his main one is a little bit more done up, and then, the second one is just for a chill punk vibe. And I think it suited him, so I hope that you guys like it. Next, we are moving on to Mila, and honestly, I was a little scared to tackle hers because I really struggle making older looking Sims. And I think with Mila in particular, it was a little difficult because she's not really that old. but she's also not a young adult either. So I had to find a bit of a middle ground. I really struggled to find skin details that worked for her, that didn't make her look too young, but also didn't make her look like an old woman. I did eventually settle on one, and I think it does work out really well for her. I was able to find kind of a base skin detail, and then I was able to layer on top of it, you know, a couple wrinkles, some eye bags, just some things that show that she's not as young as she used to be. She is, you know, a middle-aged woman, and she is also a single mother with 3 sons. So I definitely thought that, you know, she would look tired. Honestly, Mila was never really a character that I cared about too much. She was always just kind of in the background, but I think doing this makeover gave me a bit more appreciation for her. And I honestly think that that's just because when in doing her makeover, I ended up getting a little weirdly sentimental, because once I started, you know, adding her hair and then dressing her, I realized that like she kind of looks a lot like my mom and my grandma as well, which is not something that I normally do, and I definitely didn't make her look that way on purpose. She just kind of ended up that way. So yeah, I think I ended up getting a little weirdly sentimental over Mila just because of that, but I really like how her makeover turned out. I think I did a pretty good job of making her look not too old, but also, you know, not too young. She's obviously, you know, not in her 20s, but she's not like an old grandma either. So I think I did a pretty okay job of showing her true age, because EA really just made her look a lot older than she is, and I really just wanted to fix that. Like, Mila, you deserve better. The dress I ended up going with, I just think really suited her, and I just really liked the way that it looked on her. And yeah, I might have been a little nervous to start her makeover at first, but I think she turned out really pretty, and I hope that you guys like her makeover as well. So next we are moving on to Gunther. And honestly, if I struggled with Mila, I struggled even more with Gunther. It took me a while to kind of figure out the vibe I wanted to go with for him, because I've seen a lot of really good makeovers for him, but I just could not get that vibe, you know? I couldn't get it in the way that I wanted. I know that he is supposedly a writer and he's a bookworm, you know, so I wanted to kind of give him that hipstery coffee shop writer vibe, but I also didn't want to make him look too cool either, because I mean, let's face it, like, he's also kind of nerdy and he lives at home with his mom. Like, he's a little pathetic, not necessarily in a bad way, just, you know. So I didn't want to make his vibes too hipstery and cool looking. So I really struggled to get a look for him, not only with the way he dresses, but also just with his hair and generally his entire look. I did end up switching back and forth between 2 hairs that I really liked. I was really caught between the slicked back hair or the like shaved sides. I did think that the shaved sides look was too cool for him, but I did find a solution. I found a hairline that worked and kind of covered up those shaved edges so that it suited him a little bit more. And I liked that, so I decided to go with it. And then there was picking out his clothes, which again, I was really struggling to not make him look too cool, but also make him look hipstery. I started out with this, you know, turtleneck with the long coat vibe, which is honestly just such a look. I love it a lot. I use it a lot for my winter outfits on my Sims. And I also did think that it gave off that coffee shop writer look that I was going for. But then I put it on him and I'm like, he looks like too handsome. I think I need to tone it down, make him look a little bit more pathetic. So I decided to go with a button up that was tucked in. It still gives off the hipster look. I think it still looks good on him. I think it's just like kind of a nice balance between like hipster and nerd, which is I think the vibe that suits Gunther the best, honestly. But I will admit I could not resist the turtleneck with the long coat vibe because I still gave it to him as an alternate outfit anyway. It looked good on him and I just couldn't let it go. So he ended up getting it as a second outfit, but the main outfit I do think suits him as well. I'm not 100% sure if I'm completely happy with his makeover. I think I could do better, but for now, I think I'm happy with it. Let me know what you guys think of it. I would be happy to hear your thoughts as well. And last but not least, we are moving on to Lucas. Lucas is a precious baby boy. I like him a lot. I have done makeovers for him in the past as well, along with Wolfgang. I think this is the second time I have made him over as a child. But I have also done makeovers for him as like a teenager or a young adult, you know, in my other save files where he's aged up. I did have a little bit of difficulty finding the right hair with a good blonde swatch. A lot of the swatches were either like too bright or like too yellow, or they just weren't blonde at all. They were like too dark. So I did have to cycle through a couple of them just to sort of get a good blonde swatch that I was happy with. I do like the hair that I ended up going with. I just wish that it was a little lighter. It still looks good on him. I just wanted him to be a little bit more blonde, whereas the one that I ended up going with is a little darker, a little bit more of a dirty blonde, which that's okay. I feel like if Mila does have brown hair, then he probably would have a bit of a darker blonde, so it wasn't too big of a deal. Another thing about Lucas is I did actually change his eye color to green. He does naturally have blue eyes like his brothers, but Mila has green eyes and none of her sons had green eyes. So I felt a little bad and I just wanted to give at least one of her kids like her eye color. So I thought, why not give it to Lucas? Like, that's her baby. I want him to be able to have her eye color. And I feel like it does make sense too. Like Gunther has Mila's brown hair, but he has blue eyes, which I assume are from, you know, their dad. And then same with Wolfgang, like he naturally, I assume, has dark hair, but he bleaches it or like dyes it blonde. So of course he has, you know, Mila's dark hair and then blue eyes as well. But Lucas actually has naturally blonde hair, so I again assume that that's from the dad. So I figured for him, we could give him, you know, the dad's natural blonde hair, but Mila's eye color, just to kind of mix it up so that all of the kids have features from both of their parents. And yeah, I think we are coming to the end of the speed casts. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments below. I would really like to hear your thoughts about them. I had a fun time making them over, and I really want to get back into doing more Townie makeovers again. I might actually go back and redo some of the early Townie makeovers that I did. I'm not happy with them anymore. But if there are other Townie makeovers that you guys would really like to see, go ahead and let me know. Let me know who your favorite Townie is, and if you guys would like me to do a makeover for them. I would be really interested to know which ones you guys like and which ones you guys would want me to do makeovers for in the future. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to the channel so you guys won't miss out on my future videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!